Okay, I'm recording now. Does that mean I have to repeat all that?
No, that's okay.
All right, I'll remember to record. I'll remember to record and send it out to you guys so that you can repeat it. So soul power works like this. We say hello. Can you go back on whoever's echoing on me? Oh, you know, that'll be Steve because he's in the same house as me. Okay, there we go. So it echoes in the house. Soul power is like this. You say hello to the outer souls, which is the divine, heaven, angels, saints, Jesus, Mother Mary, Buddha, Kuan Yin, whoever you connect with in the universe. You know, the universal energy, Tao, which is the creative force of the energy. So when you say hello, you're connecting to the outer souls to ask them to amplify your healing and transformation. And then you also say hello to the inner souls. So this is a little different for people. It was really surprising to me. Master Sha teaches us that not only do we have an outer soul, which everybody kind of understands, that you have a soul or a spirit, you know, that when you transition goes back to heaven or does something, whatever your belief is. I'm not trying to create anybody's belief system. But you also, every cell and organ in your body has a soul. So your heart has a soul, your lungs, your tissues, your skin, your eyes have a soul. Everything has a soul. Everything animate and inanimate has a soul, which is really interesting. And that's based on quantum physics, that everything is energy vibrating at a certain speed, but we see it as solid because we agreed to see it as solid, right? But a chair has a soul, and the rug has a soul, and your computer has a soul, and your car has a soul. Well, that's mind-boggling, because if you think about that, when you do soul power, now you can communicate with anything. So I've actually communicated with my car and got it to start when it wouldn't start. And I've done soul power with my computer when it wouldn't behave. And it's amazing how you can use it. So I'm going to teach you this little invocation that you can use with anything, anytime. And it goes like this: Dear soul, mind, and body of, and then you fill in the blank. So, dear soul, mind, and body of the divine, the Tao, the source, all the holy beings, archangels, ascended masters, you know, Mother Mary, Jesus, whoever you believe in, I love you. You have the power to help me heal my issue. Fill in the blank, whatever your blank is. Could you please help to accelerate my healing process? Thank you so much. And then that's the outer souls, and the inner souls are, dear soul, mind, and body of my back. Dear soul, mind, and body of my shoulder, of my brain, whatever it is, fill in the blank. Dear soul, mind, and body of my finances, my relationship with so-and-so. You can use it for anything. I love you. You have the ability to heal yourself. Do a good job. So that is the soul power. It's that simple. So we're going to do that now with our 5 organs. We're going to say, dear soul, mind, and body, please repeat, of my 5 elements, my liver, my heart, my spleen, my lungs, and my kidneys. I love you. You have the ability to boost and heal yourself and rejuvenate us. Do a good job. Thank you. When you say do a good job, thank you, that's the soul order that you're giving yourself. You can give soul orders to yourself, to your heart, to your mind, to your body, but you can't give soul orders to anybody else. You can only control your own soul and your own body, just so you know. So now that we've done that, we're going to do the little practice. So the practice goes like this. I want you to put your hand on your liver and put the other hand anywhere that you have pain, or if you don't, just put it on your abdomen. Your abdomen is your foundational energy center. All your energy is stored in your abdomen, so you're always using it and refilling it. So we'll put our hand there to fill it up a little more, and the right hand is on our liver. I want you to visualize the color green for your liver. Now we're going to go through this little chant 3 times. It's only about 5 minutes long, so you just repeat after me. So with your hand on your liver, you're visualizing green light in your liver, and we already did the soul power. Our body power is our hand there, and the sound power is Jiao. That is the sound for liver. So the chant goes like this: Jiao ya, Jiao ya, Jiao ya yo, Jiao ya, Jiao ya yo, Jiao ya, Jiao ya, Jiao ya yo. Jiao ya, Jiao ya, Jiao ya, Jiao ya yo. Got it? kind of fun. It's the same chant for each organ. It's just going to be a different sound, but it's the same tune. Okay. So do it with me. Green light, hand on your liver. Chow ya, chow ya, chow ya, yo. Chow ya, chow ya, yo. Chow ya, chow ya, chow ya, yo. Chow ya, chow ya, chow ya, chow ya, yo. You can close your eyes if you want and do it like a meditation as well. But once you balance these 5 organs, the 5 major organs of your body, that's going to help to balance your whole body. So this is a really good practice to do. It takes 5 minutes if you do it every day. So the next one is heart. We're going to put our hand on our heart, left side of your chest, and the color is red. And again, keep your other hand on your abdomen or wherever you have pain. And the sound is zhur. So here we go. Zhur ya. Shur ya, yo. Shur ya, yo. Shur ya, yo. Shur ya, yo. Okay, we're going to move the hand now. You use the opposite hand. Put your left hand on your spleen on the left side of your body. And then put your other hand on your abdomen or wherever you have pain. And the sound for the spleen is gong, and the color is yellow. So visualize yellow light in your spleen. And let's begin. Gong ya, yo. Gong ya, yo. Gong ya, yo. Gong ya, yo. Then we go to the lungs. Above your heart, the color is white. And the sound is shong. Shong ya, yo. Shong ya, yo. Shong ya, yo. Shong ya, yo. And then finally we do the kidneys. So put one hand on your back of your, above your hip there is where your kidneys are, just below your rib cage. And the sound is you, and the color is blue. So here we go. You ya, yo. 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 And then there's one final one to close it all together. And that's putting your hand in the middle of your chest. This is where your message center is, or your heart chakra. And the color is rainbow, and the sound is I. So, aya, yo. Aya, yo. Aya, yo. Aya, yo. How? Thank you. So that's a practice. I didn't teach you last week, Connie and Matt. You learned something new. So you want to unmute yourself and tell me how you felt, or if you experienced anything through that practice. Let's share.
There.
Go ahead, Matt.
I feel kind of peaceful, and it's kind of weird. I'm sitting outside and a bunch of rabbits run by.
Cool. Nice. How about you, Connie?
Yeah, I feel really, I don't know, I just get that light feeling, just like all the heaviness has just dropped off.
Great. Fantastic.
Cool.
Fantastic. I loved it, and I was thinking I want to teach it to friends of mine because I love it. It's so cool. And I want to learn it. So I want to learn it well enough to teach it.
Okay, well, if you go on YouTube, I think there's lots of YouTubes with Master Sha teaching it, or on Dr. Shaw's website. He's got them.
And what's
he's
it
got them
called?
on there. It's called the 5-element practice. The 5-element technique.
Element
Yeah,
technique.
practice or technique. Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Gail?
What was that last one? You said
I for the message center, rainbow color. Visualize rainbow color, and the sound is I. I.
Yeah, I remember. But what does it mean? I got emotional on that one for some
I
reason.
means love in Chinese.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Yep. It's the word for love. Aya is love. So
Okay.
cool. All right. Anybody else want to share? Okay. So we're going to do another forgiveness practice. I'm going to put my glasses back on. I don't know if I'm sitting here in the dark or what the problem is, but we're going to do a forgiveness practice. We can do forgiveness practice for the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body to transform relationships, finances, and business. Does anybody have a preference? Anything you want to work on specifically?
I think for me, right now with COVID and everything, I think it's the financial piece would be very nice.
Financial? Okay. Perfect. Let's do that. Transform relationships for finances. I have a little forgiveness book. I think I don't know if you all have it or not, but I showed it last week. It's this little book right here. If you can see it. I don't know if you can with my background on. Can you see that?
No, it looks
No.
like you're part of your green screen or.
All right. Well, it's a little forgiveness book, and it's called Greatest Forgiveness. Bring joy and peace to your life with the power of unconditional forgiveness.
I can see it now. Oh,
Oh,
when you don't hold it up to the screen, I can see it.
there we go. Here it is. Just a tiny little book that it's very powerful, and it'll teach you all the forgiveness practices that I'm sharing with you tonight.
What's it called again?
It's called The Greatest Forgiveness.
Who's it by?
Master Sha.
Okay, cool.
Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha. But here's what's really cool about this book is that it has this in it. This is the sacred calligraphy of Quan Shu, which means greatest forgiveness. So the other thing that I do when I'm sending the Tao transmission is I trace the calligraphy, because calligraphies hold Tao frequency and vibration as well. So if you get this little book, you get the greatest forgiveness calligraphy with it. So when you're doing forgiveness practice, if you trace this calligraphy, then now you're adding the writing power, and it amplifies the forgiveness and the transformation even more. So all together with forgiveness practice and Tao hands and Tao calligraphy, we're hitting it. So, okay. So I wanted to just share that with you. You can get it on Amazon.com. I think you can get it at the Dr. Sha store on his website, drsha.com. So,
Lydia,
sorry?
does that help just to have it hanging?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, it does. Yep. Yep. I had a lady, her name is Judy, and I got to tell you that she just Facebooked me while we're on this call, and her daughter just passed away. So we're going to do Namo Ami Tofu for her at the end of the call for whoever's still with us. But she was diagnosed, I was giving her sessions, and she was diagnosed with, I want to say lymphoma. Anyway, a type of cancer, and they gave her 6 months to live, and she passed away in 6 days.
Wow.
So she's nonverbal autistic. So anyway, she just passed as we were on this call. But the reason that she came up is because Judy had number 10 knee pain, and she lives here in Abbotsford. I met her through painting rocks, and I brought her this book, and I told her to put it on her knee. She thought I was crazy, but she put it on her knee, and her knee pain went from a 10 to a 3. And she said, it's really weird because the book doesn't hurt my knee. She said, and I can't even have sheets touching my knee. She said, but I have the book on my knee, and she said, it's not bothering it at all. So that's because the Tao frequency and vibration is in the book. It's in the calligraphy, actually. So when she put that on her knee, she said she slept through the night, which she hadn't done in quite a while. So I don't know how it works. I just know it works. Divine frequency and vibration. Okay, so we're going to do a forgiveness practice for finances. So I'm gonna just read what it says in the little book. I am delighted, this is Master Sha speaking, to release another sacred and secret wisdom to transform finances and business. In ancient soul, heart, mind, and body practice, there is a sacred area located in the lower abdomen. It is called the lower dantian, which I just mentioned to you guys below your belly button. And it is well known to energy practitioners, including Tai Chi and Qigong practitioners and martial artists. The lower dantian is fist size and is centered 2 or 3 inches below the navel, slightly closer to the front of the body than to the back. This area can transform the Shen Shi Jing of finances and business beyond comprehension. When Master Sha says Shen Shi Jing, he's talking about soul, heart, mind, and body. That's what Shen Shi Jing is. Body power. So here we go. Place one palm over your navel. Place your other palm immediately below to fully cover your lower dantian. Soul power. Repeat after me. We're going to say hello to the outer souls and the inner souls. Dear Source and Divine, dear all spiritual fathers and mothers in all realms, dear Heaven and Mother Earth, dear countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes, dear all the souls my ancestors and I have harmed in any way related to money or business in this lifetime and all lifetimes. Dear Shen Shi Jing of my lower dantian, I love you all. Please forgive my ancestors and me for all the mistakes we have made in this lifetime and all lifetimes, causing any challenges in anyone's finances or business. We unconditionally forgive anyone who harmed the finances or businesses of my ancestors or me in all lifetimes. Please heal and transform my businesses, my finances and business. I am extremely grateful. Thank you. So the mind power is visualize your lower dantian shining golden light. The sound power, chant or sing repeatedly. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. So we're going to chant that again. And then the tracing power is to trace the Dao calligraphy, Da Kuan Shu, that's in the book. So I will trace that for us while you guys chant with me. Okay? So let's begin. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I just had an idea. If I hold this up, can you see it? You can trace it. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. One more minute. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you unconditionally. You forgive me unconditionally. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. How. We always say how at the end of a practice. It means get well, good job, perfect. I got hot during that practice. How's everybody else feeling? Open your mics and tell me.
That was very nice. I felt my abdomen get warm while we were working on it.
Beautiful.
And
That's
of course, you
awesome.
know, I'm in this Candida cleanse and I'm trying to heal my small intestine. And did you say that's the organ associated with this?
The small intestine is, let me consult. It is the heart, connected to the heart. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
a companion organ to the heart.
Well, the kidneys have come up with you a couple times, but I know my intestines, my small intestine, as well as my brain. So
Yeah, and brain is connected to kidneys as well. So your kidneys and your heart, and then your large intestine is the spleen. So
okay.
yeah. Anybody else? Connie?
Back feels pretty darn good right now.
Awesome. Yeah, forgiveness changes a lot of negative messages in your field. It really does. So it's really good to do it. And you know, the longer you do it, the better you'll feel. It's really funny. I long time ago, I forget who it was. They were talking about the Hopi Indians, and the Hopi Indians laughed at us because when we pray, we just say, "Dear God, this and that and this and that. Thank you, amen." And they just thought that was the funniest thing because they pray for 8 hours a day. They'll go to the temple and bring food, and they stay there all day, you know, all night, and they pray, you know, and it's to breathe life into your prayers. And that really always just really stuck with me because, you know, we don't pray that way, right? And most of the time we're just asking God for something. But to do forgiveness practice is a form of prayer. And so the longer you do it, the more life you breathe into it, the more negative messages are released from your field. So I was telling Connie and Matt last week that I've learned through Master Sha to do forgiveness practice. I actually do it 5 times a day. I do it in the morning when I wake up. I do it every time I eat, and I do it before I go to bed at night. So if you just say that forgiveness practice before you eat, dear everyone and everything that me and my ancestors have ever hurt or harmed, please forgive me. I forgive unconditionally anyone or anything that has ever hurt or harmed me. And I ask my ancestors to please forgive everyone that ever hurt or harmed them in any of their lifetimes. So it's like a grace that you say, right? You say it before you eat, and now you've done forgiveness practice 3 times a day at least. So you don't have to think about it. So it's a really easy way for me to remember, because if I get working and I'm busy and whatever, I forget. But before I eat, I can't eat now because I know I have to say my forgiveness prayer, right? So that's just a suggestion of a way to get more forgiveness practice in order to transform your field. Because that's what this is about, is to transform your field, right? Anybody else? Gail, anybody else want to share? How about you, Kim? We haven't heard from you. You're hanging in there. Are you enjoying this? Got to go off mute, darling.
My battery's about to die. Yes,
Okay.
I was enjoying it. Yes.
Okay, good. Any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left. We're going to do two things. We're going to chant for Judy's daughter, Jenny, and anybody else that you've had that has passed away in the last, this year. Anybody that's recently made their transition. And then I'm going to give you a Dow Hands blessing at the end, okay, just for being here tonight. So, and then we'll close. So there's a great Buddha in heaven that I learned about called Namo Amitofu. And Amitofu is the Buddha in charge of all the Buddhas in heaven. And he is also in charge of the Pure Land. And the Pure Land is where we go, or where we want to go, when we cross over from this world to the next. So Amitofu made a vow that anybody that called his name 10 times when they passed, he would help them transition to the Pure Land. So Master Sha has taught us, and this is what the Asian people do. When somebody passes, you know how the Jewish people have a Shiva, and they all get together and they chant for several evenings in a row. Helen would know more about this than I do, because that's their ritual for helping a spirit to pass. Well, in the Buddhist tradition, you chant Namo Amitofu. So we're going to do that tonight. It doesn't matter if you believe or not. I'm not asking you to believe it, but you can chant it with me, because it's a really beautiful chant. And it's, you know what it does? Guess what it does? It's because it's that high vibration again. It helps to release the negative messages from our field. So everything that I'm going to teach you and share with you is going to help you to release the negative messages from your field, because that's what I'm here to help you do. And there's several ways to do it. And if I can teach you how to help yourself to do it, that's even better, right? So we call on Namo Amitofu. It's like saying hello, but we're going to do the say hello soul greeting to Namo Amitofu. So it goes like this. Dear Namo Amitofu, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. I ask you to please come as we chant your name to help Judy, Craig's daughter, Jennifer, to pass peacefully to the Pure Land as appropriate for her soul journey. And I invite any of you to speak out loud or silently any names of those that you know that have passed and are now are in a transitioned mode in the soul world. I'll give you a minute. I know we did Connie Greba at our Goddess Circle. She just came to mind. Okay, so I'm going to start the chant, and you can join me silently or out loud. It's just repeating his name over and over again in chant form. So close your eyes, go within, and it sounds like this. Namo Amitofu. 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 Namo Namo tofu. Namo tofu. How? Thank you. Thank you for chanting that with me. Jenny thanks you. Judy thanks you. And Namo Amutofi thanks you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a group Tao hands blessing for